Conciencia Radio, periodismo e investigación, porque la información tiene valor.
Okay, so this is actually an English update. I follow this guy. I can't say that name. He just said it. He is down there in Mexico, and he does great reports. Like I said, half the time it's in Mexican, but I get my friends to tell me what's going on. But lately, everybody's been asking him to do English, so this one's in English. Pretty good update. It tells you what's going on down there, and he's got his feet on the floor, feet on the ground down there. So everyone sub this guy. I'll leave the link in the description, and enjoy.
Hi everyone, this is a quick update in English about the marabunta migratoria, which is the term we're using now, hashtagging it everywhere. Marabunta means an invasion of the ants, okay? When they swarm into a town and destroy everything in their wake. Well, right now Mexico is being swarmed by illegals from Central America and other nations across the world, Bangladesh, the Middle East. We don't know what comes in the mix, but it's getting worse. I was there on the ground last Sunday in Tijuana, reporting the facts, reporting what was really going on, live streaming. And as I was live streaming, I could clearly see, that the other news organizations that were there were just taking notes, gathering video and some shots and doing some interviews in order to just publish something that obviously projected that the protesters were violent, they were against the police in riot gear and so on, and that was not true. It was really a peaceful protest. People were really protesting in a peaceful manner, but in a strong, vocal manner, which is very different. People are upset in Tijuana. The real people of Tijuana are upset of an illegal invasion that has put Tijuana in the crosshairs of a full-fledged invasion by George Soros and company. Okay? This is what's really going on. Yesterday, last night, early in the morning, the Department of Homeland Security and the Customs Border Patrol had to close the border in San Isidro and Tijuana. We already said it was gonna happen. It's gonna happen again and again and again. They had to reinforce the border because they have information that they were gonna storm the border, and this is true. We've heard it all over the place. They want to storm through the border. Once they get to 10,000 strong or 30,000 or how many strong they want to be. Okay? So Marines rushed, Semper Fi, Marines rushed in to lay this razor wire, the barbed wire, and also in riot gear, the CBP officers and U.S. military police also stretch across the port of entry, hardening the point of entry in order to prevent, an onslaught of illegals that were organizing. Now, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirsten Nielsen, that's the correct pronunciation in Swedish, said they received intelligence that the caravan members were massing overnight and plotting an attempt to gang rush the San Isidro and Otay Mesa ports of entry. That's what they're planning. That's why they have them in shelters in Otay, and get this, they have them in shelters in Otay with little coupons, these little, similar to the EBTs in the States. And they're giving them these electronic bank transfer cards where they can go to Carl's Jr. freely and go get their food because they don't like our beans and tortillas. Okay? They say beans are for pigs. So they're insulting our cuisine. They're insulting our way of life. They're insulting and overstepping our border. Okay? They already burnt the Mexican flag down in Honduras, I'm being told. So this is just the tip of the iceberg, and it's getting worse. Just today, this morning, 800 more are arriving through Mexicali into Tijuana. Right now, what we have is 6,000 in Tijuana right now. When the governor of Baja California, Francisco Vega de la Madrid, a pusillanimous coward, said that there was only enough space for 1,200, and now there's 6,000. overtaking Tijuana. Tijuana is being overtaken by illegal immigrants that should not be here. The president, Enrique Peña Nieto, basically is not doing his job. He's not commanding military to go and block the southern border in Chiapas. So basically with Guatemala, and basically what we have is a void in power. The power structure in Mexico is gone. They're just expecting AMLO to take power on the 1st of December. And he promised to just move along, you know, starting December 1st, let bygones be bygones. He's going to forget all the corruption in the past and start anew. That's what he said. So he's not going after previous corrupted officials. No, he's starting fresh, you know. So he's giving them an opportunity to be forgiven. That sounds like amnesty and a deal he struck with all the power establishment in Mexico, in my opinion. Anyway, so we got 6,000. Now, all the caravans that got dispersed all over the country, some are in Veracruz, Puebla, women abandoning their children. They're not even their children. Turns out they're all fake families. They formed these families down in Honduras in order to make us believe that they are real families. The women are not even the mothers of those children. There's like maybe 150 children that are abandoned within the caravans. Nobody wants them. Do you think a mother who is fleeing her country to seek refugee status, with no reason whatsoever for doing it, by the way, because they're not in a state of war, okay? But anyway, they're fleeing, okay? Leaves their children behind? That's not even a mother. It's obviously somebody that was paid and bought for to make it look that they have families in the mix. Anyway, they have drugs. They procured weapons down in Mexico City. We know they have. They're carrying weapons. Their weapons hot. They got the Glocks and they got AR-15s. And that's human on the ground, by the way. And of all the caravans that have dispersed in order to confuse us, you know how many are everywhere in Jalisco, and they're going to take them to Nayarit, where Nayarit was destroyed by Hurricane Willa, by the way, and totally destroyed Nayarit. There's 180,000 families affected. 100,000 of those have no home whatsoever. They have no food, no clothes, no shelter, nothing. But the Mexican government is feeding the illegal aliens. This is obviously a very, very well-planned conspiracy from the left in order to destroy Mexico and destroy the southern border of Mexico.
This sounds like what the Democrats was trying to do to us Americans. You know, we got homeless all over the place. Actually, a lot of ours end up disappearing. I wonder where. But yeah, we have homeless too, and the Democrats was worried about bringing in illegal aliens. And I have no problem with us being a mosh pit of mixed up people here, but there's a right way of doing things, and these people are not trying to come in the right way.
To go with Guatemala, and also at the same time, the U.S. border with Mexico. So, the U.S. media, I was there on the ground, the U.S. media and some other media outlets try to make this that there was a violent protest in Tijuana against illegals. It was not violent. They were attacked. A female came and started punching and fighting against some of the protesters that were there. She was arrested, and that's all that really happened. The rest was just shouts and slurs and a lot of patriots fighting for Mexico. Now, and demanding that the Constitution be respected and the Mexican federal immigration law be respected. Another thing that was interesting is that we saw AMLO's militia there. Okay? So it turns out AMLO does have his own private army that was going to take over Mexico with guns if he didn't win the presidency back in July. So there you go. That's very interesting piece of information right there. The other thing is that this is not going to end well for either you, America, or for us. And we need action. We need you to guide us and tell us what to do. Your comments are very, very welcome right now. Your comments are welcome. Please comment below. Subscribe to the channel. Support us. We cannot do this without you. For CR News in Mexico, Alex Blackman.
Alright, so I'm gonna put the that guy's channel link in my description, because I might do updates on his channel, but I won't be putting all his his whole videos onto my channel. I just did it this time just so everybody could see how real he is, how down to earth he is. Check out his channel. If you know Spanish, you'll be able to see a lot more, but if not, he has some English stuff on there. Like I said, I think he's going to start doing more English updates because everybody's been asking him to. So that's what's going on the border. I'm glad somebody's down there telling us the truth, because God knows we ain't getting much of any other places. With that being said, y'all have a good night. I think I have 1 or 2 more videos I'm going to try to get out. Please go subscribe to this guy's channel. Great updater for the border stuff. Alright, y'all have a good night. This is Ray of Patriots Rise Up. Patriots Rise Up!